Welcome to the channel of Butterflies and Things. Today we're talking about necks and adapters. Okay, so talk to me about necks.
Yeah.
And problems thereof.
Yes, indeed. Well, of course, a doll has a neck.
Right.
This is a little stand that I made, so it's easy to see.
Close up neck.
Neck,
Yeah.
and typically when you put a head on it, it is. Let me get this one. This one's already on a neck. Take it off.
Yep.
So neck hole, slit on.
And then
Pick up the S hook.
yeah,
With your tool and whoop and
pull
go
up,
one.
and that is how
Oops.
the basics of attaching the head to
Yes.
the body.
And 99% of the dolls go that way.
Okay, what does the other 1% do or don't I want to know?
98%. There's two other percentages and they go in a different way. They're both older. There's a very old system, which this head has. It's just a hole.
Oh my goodness.
There's no
Alright.
slits. No. So, let me take that off. Oh, sticky. So what this has is what they call a donut. Which you have to try and get separately and which does tend to break.
Show the donut again?
Donuts.
Oh right.
So it's a little bit. This is not a very pretty donut. I have pretty ones in here.
You've got a bag of donuts.
Got a bag of donuts because they do break. So and there you go, donuts.
Okay, so somebody took a bite out of the donut and it goes around something.
Yeah. So you have the head, and I think this one actually going to fit here on this one best. So
Yeah.
so.
Oh, I see.
So,
Yes.
since this is not going to hold your S-hook,
No, you need to put the donut in between.
you hold it with your feet while you try and lift the S-hook.
You ask your friend, or you have very agile feet.
And then you try and pull and try to pull it through the thingy, and then there you go. Oops,
Yeah.
sorry, hitting you again.
Maybe you hold the actual base with
Yeah.
your knees or something.
Yeah, if the doll is actually on there, it's easier because
Right.
it has weight.
Oh, I can see how this works.
Yeah,
That's actually not so bad. I was skeptical at first, but that's okay.
And it's gonna stay on and not fall off. There's a little bit too much give in this one, so I would do hot glue sueding around the rim of the doll. Let me take this back out again. Around the rim of the neck. Alright. Let's go back down. It comes out. And there you go. So I would do hot glue sueding here, so it doesn't hang like that.
Yeah. It slides less. It's more friction. Yeah.
Yes. So that's a very old system.
Yeah, okay, I was just gonna ask in which
This
cases does this 1% happen?
Yeah, this is all the older all the newer systems are the slit with the S hook because it's the consensus is that's the easiest one to work with. So that's easiest. But this is an old I think this is at least 15 years old. This head.
Wow. And the color of the
Inside.
sorry, the color of the actual resin here is quite
Terrible.
sort of like a grayified light green.
Yeah, actually you can
Is that because it's so old?
No, you can actually see this is the original color, and I gave it a gray bath 8 years ago,
Right.
which used to be gray, but it's now yellowing straight through the gray. So this is the actual color, if you can see that on there.
Yep.
It's quite yellow. So
It's quite yellow, but
and
now
it was
it's kind of like a sort of gray-green.
yeah, that's because of the gray, and here's the original color.
Oh wow. I'm gonna zoom in on
But
that.
I think the original for this one was
Wow.
actually white.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's 15 years old. What do you expect?
So that, wow, that's... yeah, that's... when they talk about the color change, it's definitely...
Yeah, and
dramatic.
this, I think that's the original color, and I think that was actually probably a white as well.
As
That
compared
was
to...
that's a much newer one, and that's a skin normal, old skin normal. So this is also 10 years old. As time goes on, the resin gets better and better, so this yellowing is a lot less.
Yeah, it didn't go green.
It never since the very first time they had a batch that went green, nothing ever went green again. So that's kind of a myth. If you actually get one of these mythical dolls, the green elves, they're fun to have, but they're going to be green, yes. But that's just a batch that went wrong. A very large batch.
It was an actual batch.
Yeah.
It was just somebody made a big mistake in the mix of the...
I don't know if it was a mistake or just inexperience, because it was really early. So I think probably inexperience and
We should sometime talk about the history of dolls, but can you give me an idea what really early means? Is that 10 years or 15 years?
Well, I think they are coming up to 20-year mark now, soon. I think the very first doll was 1999, so yes.
Well, we should do a nice video on that.
We will.
Yeah, because it's fascinating. I love history.
Okay, so that's the second one. You only ever see it in old heads, old Cirrus Project Luts heads. They're just roughly the same company. So that's on the side, and now we get to. Let's take him away.
Yeah, he was on his face. So
on his face. So
nice.
the one. Okay, so we have in between. We have the problem where you have a head. This is a Dolce Van head. Mr. Van. And I'm going to take this off. Okay. And he has these Dolce guys have a really thick neck.
Thick. With thick, you mean the actual? This is thick.
Yeah.
Or that is a large opening?
No, this space is big.
It's very large.
And actually, I'm going to show him on the guy.
So that means it can only fit on certain dolls.
It can only fit on certain dolls. So if you try to put it on a doll like this, oh my god, a gap.
Yeah.
And even on this, which is actually a girl, is still, oh, this is not going through, but it's still quite a bit of a gap.
Yeah.
So what they have is... Mr. Van, he's pretty.
Oh, he is.
I believe that's actually the
beautiful face-up.
That's the company face-up when Dolce did it, which is another like 8 years ago or something like that.
Oh man, that is...
So, but they have this thing, This is a thing, and I think that's from Doll.
Oh, I see.
This one's from Doll Family Doll Family A. It says so inside.
Oh, is that a company?
Yeah.
Yep, got it. Yep, definitely.
And that can go over the top, and then you can put that, and then you can
number one, and then you will have to.
I'm gonna
slot him through.
I'm gonna put it on here, so you put it in here, and then you take it through, and then you put him on top of that. This is not quite the right size for him, but so that's the idea for the bigger heads.
Yeah.
At the moment he is actually on a bust and not going anywhere, but
will that look reasonably nice? Well, if you have a well-fitting one.
One of the things that happens if you have a head that has a deep neck like this is that it will actually go down quite a bit. So this thing also takes it up back where it should be, which is like here.
Yeah, but sometimes I find that the doll necks can be quite long.
Yeah, it's the fashion.
It's a style.
It's a style.
So if you want to, bring it down a little bit.
So I made it.
Especially guys can have a real chunky neck.
I made this one to be quite long and tall and thin. So this is supposed to be that tall. But if you stick him on it, he loses a lot of height already.
Yeah. But if I imagine the shoulders going back, like nice wide shoulders for this sturdy guy, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, but so if you're not, there is a thing available.
Yeah.
At the moment, this one's I got this through Alice Collections, which deals for Doll Family A and Doll Family H and a bunch of other Chinese companies. So.
Can anyone order from Alice Collections?
Yes, they're in China.
All over the world?
They're in China, and they communicate very well. Their English is excellent.
Ooh, I love it.
And they will sell a little thing like this. They will send in airmail rates, so you don't have to pay like a big box or anything like that.
Okay.
So it's not that expensive.
So it just goes in an envelope. Fits through the door.
Yes, indeed.
Cool.
So then the next one we have is actually the one that my Fairyland girl has, and that Fairyland still uses a lot, is the Fairyland connector, which I have actually in here as well. this is
as we wriggle.
This is the Fairyland connector.
The connector.
This is actually the this is the Luts one, because Luts and Fairyland used to be one company, and some of the artists found their own company, which became Fairyland.
Ah, wow.
So
it's an offshoot.
Yeah. So for the bigger for the bigger Fairyland dolls, they have this, and for the smaller ones, they have this, but in a smaller size.
Mm-hmm.
So the way to get it on and off is already actually. This is stuff people have the questions about. From how do I get it head off?
Yes,
so
of course,
I have her on one of these connectors. I'm gonna take.
That's why we love this hands-on stuff, where you can literally see it being done.
So you take the head off, and so with the this is one that I made because this head is the notorious Fairyland head that doesn't fit the connector.
Oh no!
So I made a replacement that does fit. Okay. So on the collector here, the connector here, the key is 1 bump and a side. Yep. Here it's 2. So what you do is just like a key, you turn it. Needs to go that way.
Oh,
click.
How cool!
And come on, off comes the head.
Oh, that's clever. That's easy too.
That's easy, yes. It is a little bit
like very user friendly.
That's why they're doing it. The problem with the connector is that, like the donuts, it is actually much more likely to break than a simple slit. This doesn't break.
Right.
But a donut may break, and this connector may break.
Yeah.
So that's also one of the reasons why I have this one. People want spares, and Fairyland doesn't always have them available. So, and you put it back on. So you go sit it back on like that, and then you
just click the other way.
Yeah, unfortunately that's going to take
like
you need to lift it up and click it, which I'm going to do later.
Oh yeah, because it needs to go over this bit of resin.
Indeed, and I can't do that right now.
Do you need a tool for that?
I need
arm space.
I need stronger arms, and I usually pick it up with the pliers and then just put it down down like that. So I'm gonna
taking
like
off is a little easier than putting back on.
Oh well, it should be easier, but like I said, this head actually has problems, so it might be better on another head. I've had other people buy my connector and get my connector and try it out, and they're very happy with it as a replacement. So
excellent.
That's good. I'm gonna put the head back on.
I love that when people are happy with solutions.
Yes, indeed. That's why we make solutions, so people are happy. Come on.
I think it's upside down or something.
You could be right. It's always a bit tricky. This is also old-fashioned way of making a head fits. Come on. I think like
yeah, it's a complex locking system.
Yeah.
So there's enough differences in the various heads that one gets confused every once in a while.
I'm gonna do it like this.
Okay.
Angle is wrong for me.
Yeah, let's see that.
I think it needs to go like this, and then fall in here, and then go click shut.
Yeah.
So that's it. I'm gonna do that later when I put it back.
And that's an older version of some locking mechanism.
Yeah, and nowadays, because this one has a really old version. Where's the back?
This.
That has this, where you basically put the hook that goes through here onto that, which of course breaks off then.
That's a lot of fiddly work.
That's then. Very fiddly.
Oh my goodness.
So that's how that is attached. That's why I'm using some tape. And this
gave up effectively.
I believe this is a newer one. Yeah, this is newer type with the the magnets.
That's what I see the most, is these magnets.
Yeah, the magnets, and then you can see straight away the problem, because these magnets come out. You have to reattach them at some point. We'll have to do a fiddly show and tell of that sometime.
Yeah, we will do that.
Okay, so now we come to the last thing that you want to know is how to get one of these on here.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
It's okay to know how to put your head on and off, but
yeah, I'm going to put it here. So
we're going to go over here.
Yeah. Yep. So we're going to do it on this one because it's a lot lighter for me to handle. So you have, when you get the one from Fairyland or Luts, I don't think Luts actually sells them anymore, but if you get them, you will get them with the leg elastics, or you can put them in yourself. Elastic needs to go like that through. You can either use a metal thing to put it through, or you can just put it through straight through the hole. That's why mine actually has doesn't have a hole, but a cavitation here, so you can put them both on. It's easier.
It leaves more space for whatever you need to put over.
Yes, indeed.
Thickness.
And so you put it. Okay, the S hook goes away. You put the legs through. Of course, I'm not gonna go, are they? Yeah, they are gonna go.
I'm surprised with a knot and everything. But they don't have to be knotted at this point.
They don't have to be knotted at this point. You may have to undo a knot.
And then put it back in if needed.
I think, oops, sorry, I keep hitting you. I'm sorry.
No, it's just my camera.
Okay, I have another one here. So it consists of 2 parts. The thing that goes on here.
Yeah.
And the key that sits in here.
Oh wow. Okay.
So you'll have to make sure that your neck hole is big enough. Let me see if the other one actually is. Where's my guy? No. To go for this part to actually go through. Mm-hmm. And so that's how it sits. So you have to string it with the aid of something here to for that to happen. It's really,
it gets very complex.
This gets complex really quickly.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can actually show you. Oh, I need my box. The box of bits of stuff. And I need this one.
Box of bits. Ooh. Purple box of stuff.
Purple box of stuff, indeed.
And if you can get a nice star on your Ziploc bags, that's great.
Yeah, that's from the printers.
That's just extra.
So, let me see. If you want to like put that on here, so we're taking. So this is one leg coming through. So that's the leg pulling.
Yeah, okay.
So, and then it comes through the other way. Let me see. Yeah, so you put it like that, but that's too early. You need to.
That's where you want it to go, but first
you need to put this one through
that
first.
Guy has to be in between.
I'm gonna tell you, this is fiddly. It's fiddly,
it's
and
complex,
because
and so you need to kind of sort of work it out step by step.
Yeah, and so you go back in again.
Take your time.
Oh, hold on. I think I need to do it the other way. I need to go through twice. Go through both of them, and then I'm gonna pull it the other way down to get it on here.
Yeah, where would we be without the pulleys and
you can't
metal?
You can't restring without a puller.
Yeah,
it's just not possible. So,
ooh.
So this represents the bottom of the doll. Like I said, it doesn't go all the way through because my neck hole is too narrow. So it would sit like that on top.
Yeah,
and then we'd get the head.
A head.
Which probably shouldn't fit right now because, like I said, this is the head that doesn't fit. And there you go. It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. Yeah, so I can't quite get to that point.
Yeah.
It should be swallowed up by the whole of the neck.
Yeah, and it doesn't. And so that's why I have mine. I'm gonna put mine on next, and we'll try it again. I'm gonna take this off from this.
But it would work for a larger.
Larger neck and the head that actually fits it, because I think this actually doesn't fit, simply doesn't fit.
Yeah, so that's the first test that you need to do is
does
this fit?
But like I said, I think
try to press it in.
This is the only head where the connector doesn't fit, as far as
particular head that was ever made.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So most heads,
yes,
you're fine.
So this is mine, and see, it does fit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put that
Yeah,
on.
I mean, you can immediately see that it is comfortable sitting in there, and it's not like wedged out.
Yeah, and that's what it's supposed to do. Let me see how I can do this fastest. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, don't do with a real doll. Don't stick your finger in because it's gonna be hurting you like
it's a lot
like
more
no
tension
tomorrow.
on it than there is on this. Whoops! On this tiny little.
I'm not
hair
showing.
tie.
I'm not showing it clearly enough. I'm sorry.
Well, it's very complex, and
basically you get it like that.
right. So it has to be coming around both sides.
Yeah. And so that's where the legs are, and then you have it here, and then you can put it back on like that, and then you have to lift it off, which
And the lifting part you need
I need a plier for that.
But if you show here this underside, so there's barely noticeable.
Yeah.
Only a tiny piece.
Yeah, and unfortunately I can only get stuff in white, so if you want it like that, but you can, it's easily colorable with permanent marker. Permanent marker in the same color. They have really nice markers nowadays, so that's how it works.
Go to a good art supply store.
Yeah.
For these specific markers.
Yeah.
But this looks a lot better. I mean, there she is again. As opposed to everything just sort of being wedged and...
Yeah.
Well, that was pretty complex. I don't think I would be able to do that, but then again, I'll have you do it.
Don't worry, you'll get your comeuppance later.
If you have a friend who can do all that, ask her, and otherwise, you know, learn how to do this. I'm sure it's the best solution. And I hope you liked it. I'm still a little baffled about the whole complex neck thing. Ask us more questions if you want. Give us a like if you liked the video. And please subscribe to the channel to get more videos. Oh, ring that bell to get more videos and notifications of our next video about ball jointed doll world. And until then, enjoy your dolls. Bye!
Bye!